I was sleeping deeply when someone suddenly yanked my blanket away. I was about to sit up in shock, but my father grabbed my hair and slammed me back onto the bed. His face didn't look like my father's anymore. It was twisted into something terrifying, and his eyes were fixed on my body. I was shaking so badly that I couldn't even move. After a few moments, he let me go, gently touched my face, and walked out of the room as if nothing had happened. I lay there frozen, completely numb, unable to think. The next morning, my mom was cooking in the kitchen while I sat beside her, wondering whether I should tell her what had happened. Just then, my father walked in with a calm smile on his face, acting as if the previous night had never happened. But I couldn't erase that horrifying face from my mind. I quickly got up and left. A moment later, my mom suddenly slammed the dishes onto the table and began eating in a strangely aggressive way. Her face twisted with rage, and my little brother burst into tears. That night, I told my older sister everything. Suddenly, my father appeared at the doorway, holding a razor blade with a cold, emotionless expression. His lifeless eyes were locked on us as he slowly walked closer. My sister shoved him away, grabbed my hand, and we ran. But somehow, he appeared right in front of us again. He grabbed my sister by the hair and threw her down the stairs. She collapsed unconscious at the bottom. Terrified, I crawled backward, expecting him to come after me. Instead, he walked into the kitchen and returned carrying a heavy hammer. A few moments later, my sister regained consciousness. She heard heavy footsteps behind her. When she turned around, she saw my father standing over her with the hammer raised high. He was about to strike when I screamed as loudly as I could. He immediately turned toward me. I grabbed a frying pan and swung it at his head with all my strength, but he didn't even react. It was as if he felt no pain at all. He lifted the hammer again and prepared to attack. Then, out of nowhere, I heard my father's voice from downstairs. "Girls, where are you?" The man froze instantly. The hammer slipped from his hand and he quietly walked back toward the room. At that exact moment, another man walked up the stairs. He looked exactly like my father, but his face was filled with confusion, as if he had no idea what had happened inside the house. My sister and I were terrified. Which one was my real father? Just then, my little brother stepped out of his room. We tried to send him back inside, but someone suddenly picked up the hammer. It was my mother. Her eyes were completely empty, as though she were being controlled by something else. She swung the hammer at my father with incredible force. Then she turned toward me and raised it again, ready to kill me. At the very last second, my father pulled me out of the way and saved my life. My mother smiled strangely and slowly walked back toward the room. Shards of broken glass pierced her feet, yet she didn't seem to feel any pain. Then the front door opened, and standing there was my real mother.